Yeah, some of you guys can think about what does a pastor do when he wants to transition his church from traditional to heaven-based. Oh boy. It has been said, this is probably not going to be the most encouraging thing you've ever heard, Brad, but it's been said it takes a generation for a people, a society, to make a transition. Think of the children of Israel left Egypt, and that generation weren't able to make it, but the next generation could. Now, I don't think that has to be an immutable template or parallel, but it just takes a while. We all know, every one of us here could raise our hand well over our head, that it takes a while to disentangle from old patterns. The old paradigm, as good as it was in its day, it was God-given. And that's what makes it even more difficult to release, to open our hands on, is because it was God-given. And beyond that, it was life-giving, as it should be. But then when God changes his paradigm, his emphasis, now, for us pioneers, that's good news. For us settlers, wait, hold on just a minute. God doesn't change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay, let's go back to BC to AD. Did God change? Not his character and his nature. No, that never changes. But his emphasis radically changed. And so that's just a tough one for all of us. So a guy who's gone on to transition to his next stage of life, his name's Christopher Carter. Some of you know him, written some books, and great books too. But he described there are three groupings of people. So we as a society, we as mankind, history, specifically believers, have come up to a big threshold in time. And the threshold is the crossing over from last age to this new emerging age. Now, there's in the moment, in the experience, in the event of crossing over, it's going to polarize or at least categorize into maybe three different groupings. This is what Christopher Carter says. He says, so there's going to be one group that's like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm going over here and never going back. So that's the ones, that's the fearless, devil may care, I'm going for it, and we got to have those people because they explore. Now there's a little more higher mortality rate in that grouping of people, but it's a fun experience. It's a fun group of people to be a part of. Then there's those in the middle, like, wow, this is really good, but I've got a lot of good friends back in the old paradigm. And so I want to be the bridge builder. Now, this is a noble ambition. This is a noble intent. I want to be a bridge builder between the two. So we got to have those people. Those people are very valuable so that we don't lose the whole crowd. And then we have those who are instantly got the knee jerk, like, no way, Jose. Not only does that seem scary over there, but you know what? I really like what I've been doing, and I love God, and I want to just stay right here. Well, do you know what? In the crossing of from the wilderness to the promised land, there were two tribes that says, you know what? We want to stay here. And God says, through Moses and Joshua, says it's okay. You can stay there, but you have to fight alongside us to win our territory. But if you want to stay over there, it's fine. And that category are the huge group of people who just can't make the grade. They can't go across that transition for whatever reason. They love their comforts, or it's too scary to go over there, or whatever, but God still loves them. They're still part of his family. And so I don't know where we all find ourselves. We're probably more in the let's go for it, and who cares where the chips fall? We're going to go for it. We're probably in that group, but it is a fun group. And somewhere we've got all of our friends are somewhere in those three groups. And strangely and wonderfully, God loves all of those people, whichever group they're in. So, Brad, I don't know where your people will fall. It might have to do, and I'll just say this for all of us, all of our friends who are watching us, some watching us from close up, and they're tracking with us. And then some are watching us from afar. Like, I don't want to get too close. That's a little scary, but I know you, and I like you, and I think you're going to do all right. It's just a little scary being close to you, but a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, if you're still in this, you know what? I think I would maybe like to track along with you. So love, and how we walk it out may have a big part to play in how or if our friendships will be added to the number. And here's the next big thing for me is when we have, and I was telling this to another very good friend of mine who has his own Ascended Life group. I said, if we can offer to our people something that they can't get anywhere else, in other words, this heavenly component, this heavenly substance thing that comes through, whether it's our words or our spirit or content of some sort, if we can present that, we will have no problem with them coming along.